All right, back with another live. We're just testing out the Ecamm software and just checking how the audio sounds and all that. I think I actually let people know I'll be live at 10, so we'll see if anyone jumps on. Just kind of going through some of these scenes that I've set up to kind of test out how the Ecamm software works. Kind of want to jump to this really cool scene that I just set up, so we're going to try to jump into this one. All right, just checking out the audio using Ecamm and checking out the sound levels right now. So right now you're seeing the iPhone 8. It got the product red edition. I got it as a camera source. So you're seeing it live right now. And I'm bringing it in through two free apps. One of them is NDI, and that's the way that the Ecamm platform, Ecamm software recognizes the camera. So it'll pop up as a camera source. So I can choose the iPhone 8 as an NDI camera source. So right now that's what you're looking at. And then what you're seeing me on in this little circle, little bubble, is the FX30, Sony FX30. And the lens I'm using is a 15 millimeter 1.4, so it's a wide lens. And the advantage of that is that I can actually like reach out and touch the camera if I really wanted to. So that's how close that is. If I used a different lens, like I have a 50 millimeter lens that I like to use in one of my videos I did for my grandmother's 90th birthday. That's one of the lenses that I used, and it was really great on the FX30. Even if the FX30 is an APS-C camera lens, I mean APS-C sensor, which is not a full frame sensor, so it's a little bit smaller, but when paired with certain other lens, it does add to it. So for example, I think the 50 millimeter lens is you add 1.5, so it's about a 75 millimeter lens with the FX30. And if you're interested to see how that looks, I did a couple videos. Actually, the main one is the 90th birthday video, but I did also do a video when I did the closing of Idea Comic and Music Store in Kaka'ako before they just recently opened up right now on Nimitz under a new name. But they did a closing night, and I did capture some from Marianne who was singing, and I did some clips. So those clips are actually on my IG. So if anyone is interested, check it out there. I probably will upload the full video at some point in time to YouTube, but if you want to see the clip, it's there. But yeah, anyway. All right. I got this comment box so you can see if there's any comments. But even if you're watching this later, you know, just drop a comment that you're like, just stopping by to say hello. Yeah, so right now we are testing Ecamm software, and I got this outdoor shot right now with some, these are Nike Flight 89s. Forget which edition, but I got these from OG Libra. Shout out to OG Libra. He does tattoos and music. Believe he's from the Windward side. Conway, he's in Colorado right now, so you know I don't think he'll be watching this, but I'm gonna shout him out anyway. Actually, that's. Well, let me change this. Change the. Yeah, this is some work from OG Libra, but yeah. So yeah, really quick. Yeah, I just want to say that thank you guys if you are tuning in at some point in time. Thank you for stopping in, checking out the live. You know, the idea of going live, well, especially on Friday night at 10 o'clock. You know, I know some people are out and about doing the thing. Some people are not. And so if you're not, then maybe you'd be jumping on like here. Yeah, I think one cool thing is that if you're not out on Friday night, you're maybe doing something a little safer indoors and not out there. But um, I actually was going to talk about what, as a younger person, what we used to do on Friday night and how we used to stay out of trouble. And yeah, maybe that's a really good topic. But I still want to go through these scenes. So I'm going to go back to this scene right here, peep the outdoor. I can actually move this bubble around if I wanted to too. So if I want to bring myself a little bit lower, like on the table, um, I can enlarge it as well, right? So you're really seeing a live version of this, of how I'm able to edit, not really edit, but like change it on the fly, make the box, make the circle bigger or smaller. I can change the border color to, that's motion. There's none. I think none is fine. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of like a cool feature right now of this Ecamm software, is that you can actually have multiple different camera scenes and overlap them, and you can still hear me, right? Because there's a sound level box that I can even mute myself. So let's give that a try here. I'm gonna mute myself. Can you hear me now? So yeah, there's so many different features on the back end that this Ecamm software does. And if I want to change a scene, I can just press a button and change it to this scene. If I want to change it to, let's see, do I have any other scenes set up? I don't think I have any other scenes set up because I was just kind of using these current scenes that we initially got from the Pat Flynn and Ecamm 7-day challenge. I did update and modify a bunch of these scenes just because as I was going through a live the other day, I wanted to show the automated how it transitions. And so if I kept it all the same, then you would see the transition. So I did an automated transition with a timer on the back end so that each scene that would change the form without me touching anything. That's pretty cool. So maybe I have those scenes pulled up. Let me see if I have them. Yeah, so it looks like I do have these scenes set up where I have I selected track per scene, but I didn't see if I had um, if I updated and changed the size of the camera, the picture itself, which the whole idea and the point was to show that it can be automated and it can kind of act like a another camera, because from one camera you can change you can do like a digital zoom through the camera effect switcher. So like if you want to switch every scene and have it look a little different, and then have a timer on it so that it does it automatically. And I think I've been explaining it, but I did do a live. I think it was the previous live before this that actually showed that, because I was showing some behind the scenes of how to do some of these "what did you wear" videos that I've been posting. So I did a kind of like a live behind the scenes that showed from this camera what I was doing in the background and all that stuff. So yeah, I thought that was really neat that you can actually automate these scenes to change on their own, and you can change and you can choose different parts of the picture that you want to show or focus in on. there's the other iPhone. So I got two iPhones hooked up to it. One is in close proximity of the Mac Mini. That's why it's a lot easier to bring in. That's wild. So the iPhone is the background, and then the overlay is the iPhone streaming from NDI outside, and then I got the FX30 in the circle. So I mean, creating our own inception out here, but yeah, if you're seeing this at some point in time, what's your thoughts on the movie Inception? Have you seen it? If you have, what's your favorite part? If you haven't, let us know you haven't yet, and maybe you go watch it. But all right, so yeah, this is a test with Ecamm. I got the FX30. I got the iPhone 8s. I got the iPhone 12. All coming through in as camera sources in the Ecamm Live Pro software. I'm not sure if every level of Ecamm does this, but the one that I have does this. So, and I mean, I'm just blown away at what it can do because, I mean, I'm sure there's, well, again, you have to have a Mac. This is a Mac compatible. I don't think it's available on PC, but for Mac, it's banging. Like, what are you doing right now? What's going on? Like, this is crazy, right? Like, I can just, sorry, I shouldn't shake it, but yeah, just that's just a real example of it being live. I wish it was kind of windy outside. You could see the laces blowing earlier in some of the wind, but yeah, you can't. So, but yeah, I think this is a really dope feature of the Ecamm software. If you're looking to try it out, check out my link and you probably can get a trial. If not, I would say just jump in and come run it up. Come hang out. We'll be testing out Ecamm a lot more going forward in the future. If you have any questions or things that you want that you've seen me talk about or feature and you want to go more in depth about it, then let me know. I mean, there's definitely more of a plan than just to kind of keep testing all this stuff, but testing is a good baseline to see how these different things work. I think it's good to kind of check out all the different things that it can do, and you might find something that resonates with you. Right now, I'm digging this whatever this is right now, this triple camera screen. I think it's a kind of like a really neat, like there's some movement in the background, which it kind of makes you focus on like the steadiness of the iPhone 8, but I'm still able to be bubble talking. And I make sure I put the bubble to where I know where if I turn my head, I'll be looking, it looks like I'm looking in the right area, looking at the shoe. Right. So yeah, just starting to be more comfortable with understanding how all these things work. I'm sure, as time goes on, start to get deeper into it and see what we really like to mess with and what works, what doesn't. But yeah, I just wanted to come on real quick and kind of test this out. All right, let's try to go to one other scene. All right, back to this scene. So I can put this phone and camera down. I need to hold that. So yeah, this is the Sony ZV1. I really like how small it is. If you take off this Rode microphone, it's even smaller. I mean, if I took off the cage, it'd even be smaller. But it's not as big as an iPhone. But this does both video and it does photo. And there's different settings for it. So that's why this is really fun to play around with. And it doesn't take up too much space. So, you know, with this setup that I got of all these different ones, a lot of them are a lot older. So they're usually not as expensive. But they also work really fine for what I think initially people are looking to do. If you're looking to be going live for longer, you know, using a camera like this one I'm using right now, the FX30, it does have an internal fan to help with the heating so that it can go longer. And because I'm using it with a USB-C into the CalDigit hub, it's being powered right now as well. So it allows you to stream with it and allows you to power it. It doesn't allow you to change any settings though, because that's what the streaming feature is. But Ecamm does. So one of the tests that I can do right now is that I can do a digital zoom. So if I wanted to, I can use the camera effects and I can go in. And so if I want to say something that was really important, I'd probably use this. So if you're watching this right now on YouTube and you do not like commercials, you should get YouTube Premium. I got YouTube Premium and I saved myself a lot of time and a lot of money. Well, how'd you save yourself some time and money? Well, by not watching commercials, I save myself time, and time is money. So, yeah, so this is the digital zoom and pan feature. You can also change, let's see, we can change the temperature and the tint. And the saturation. Wow, this is really cool. All right, so now we're in black and white with the colorful border. This is a test with Ecamm software. If you'd like to go live or you do any kind of video production, this software is for you. If you want to bring your production game to life, Ecamm software is for you. I like how I did that with the saturation, right? So you can actually like start off in the black and white, and then as you're talking, I can just slide my hand and change it to color, just like that. All right, so this is the gamma test. And because these are settings in the camera effects, you can actually set them per scene. So if you want to change it per scene, if you want a scene that has, you know, this type of look and effect, um, and then another scene you want it to have this look and effect, you can set these for different scenes that you set up. So if something felt a little more eerie or dark, you can be like in this scene. Then as you're talking, if you want to brighten up the room, you can get to enlighten with this type of moment and scene. All through this camera effects switcher, which it's a slider. So that's what it is. Well, there's even camera options. So here's a black and white. They made it easy, no switcher. Here's a blur effect. Okay, so now I'm blurred out. But if I want to bring myself in focus, I could actually just slide it just like this and then I'll be in focus. Yeah, check that out. This is mirror effect. So left hand, right hand. Let's take off the mirror effect. Left hand, right hand. There's like green screen, all that stuff. But yeah, so that's just some of the settings and features inside of the Ecamm software. In the camera FX window, you can choose which camera you're going to change the effects. I'm sure we can even do that with the outside one. So let's see if we can go to that scene. And okay, so we will change the iPhone to black and white. So now the iPhone is in black and white, and we're in color. We want to change it to sepia tone. That is sepia tone. Well, it's a lot more vibrant there. So this is why this test is great, because this goes to show you that even with an old iPhone 8s, this is the kind of quality that you can get. You know, look how vibrant this picture is, this video feed is. And it's going through NDI, which is a wireless, it's on, you know, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth in. So it doesn't look like the quality is that terrible. What you're seeing me on right now is the FX30, and I think it works fine too. And mainly is because right now, you know, we're just over like 30 minutes now, and you know the FX30 isn't like overheating. It doesn't need a break. I feel like sometimes the ZV1 towards that 30-minute mark, you might say like battery exhausted or like something like that. So, you know, I've been on like calls and meetings before where that thing has shut off on me. So if you're going longer than 20, 30 minutes, yeah, I mean, go with the FX30. If you are interested, there should be a link in the bio. If not, it's a link in the bio and another video. I'll definitely update the description as soon as I can. But yeah, this is a test with the Ecamm software. Sorry about that. I got it streamed in right now through NDI is what you're seeing, but I can easily change the scene. And this is another scene, right? So this scene got a border, it got a background. I can change the size, I can change the shape, I can change everything. And the transition you're seeing it's called live motion. I don't I think Ecamm is the only one that have this live motion, so that you see it kind of go from here to here, and it's pretty smooth, right? The way that it just transitions like that. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, put them in the comment. We'll probably try to go over some of those questions on the next live. I'm not sure if there'll be another like Friday night one, but it seems that Friday night is a good safe night to go live. I know 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock might be a little bit late for some people that aren't on Hawaii Standard Time. Um, and if so, you know, maybe we can adjust it. But 10 o'clock Friday night seems to be a safe time when I think, you're trying to stay out of trouble. At least if you're out there, hopefully you're safe if you're watching this later. And if not, then maybe you can just jump on and say hello next time. One of the cool things that I've been able to dig up and put together recently, and let me change the screen, is the put in photos in a photo album. And one of the cool things about preserving all this and kind of organizing, getting them together, is being able to kind of like pull out things that ideally almost might have been lost, So I'm just gonna bring out like one photo because it does resonate with this whole Friday night live thing. So right, so here we got me, of course, Rosas, Miguel, Tony. This is probably a Friday night that we went to go play at Kailua Gym late night basketball. And in doing so, we would probably be like playing from like 9 or 10 to like maybe midnight or something around there. Then we'd be at my grandma's house. And I'm really glad that I had probably a disposable camera at the time. So I got a bunch of these shots. And these kind of like memory, I think are really important to preserve because there's so many good stories that go with this, right? So like the story that would kind of go with this is that usually on a Friday night to stay out of trouble, we go find some place to play basketball. There's even been an occasion where we slept over at I think it's like Kali Kai or one of the basketball courts on Nimitz at like late at night so that as soon as the sun came up we could be playing basketball on the 8th rooms or something like that. So we did some wild stuff to play basketball, but it's really cool because basketball kept us out of trouble and kept us motivated. And it also brought, unity and like for me it was really awesome because I was never that great, but just playing around, playing with other people that love the sport, you just start to love it in your own way. And this is like from high school and all that, but how I came to the game was basketball was never my first sport. I think my dad tried to have me play soccer, which I wasn't great. I wasn't even good. Not even great. I'm glad I ditched that sport. But yeah, playing basketball was really motivating. It's a sport that you can do by yourself or you can play with people. So I think it's good because if you have a ball, you don't even need to go to court. You can just dribble around, right? So I think it's good. It's a good healthy sport. But yeah, yeah. So this is a test with Ecamm. We're just kind of running through some scenes. I'm just making sure that all the scenes have audio. They're not muted. With all these different options, right? You can get as creative as you want with this Ecamm, um, these different scenes and how you go live and how you can record because you don't even need to go live. You can just record a video and just use it in that sense, right? You don't need to go live, but I think for me, I'm just going live just because I want to show how this actually works in a live setting and not kind of like really hide anything on the back end so you can kind of just see how it operates because I think it's a fantastic tool. I think more people should, consider tools like this for the ability to not really have a production but have something that makes it easier. because with these different things, it really kind of removes the friction so that you don't have to do as much, right? I mean, you can do as much as you want. You can make it as complicated as you want, but if you're just trying to, like you have one scene, this could be just one scene. You can come on, say what you want, use your old iPhone, and then call it a day, right? I mean, you can make it as easy or as hard as you want. I feel like I just kind of like tried to, I don't say do too much, but I just tried to show a little bit of the capabilities, right? So bringing in if I'm bringing in 3 cameras, that's just trying to show some of the capabilities. Maybe you find a use case scenario for this, maybe you won't, but at least you're like, man, what's going on here, right? Like, what is going on here? Well, what's going on here is I'm using Ecamm Live software. I got 3 cameras set up that are all coming into the Ecamm Live software. I can control each one of these cameras on the back end to look how they want. I can zoom in digitally. I can change the colors even. So let's say I wanted to change the color of this one in the background to black and white. Can I do that? And okay, so I got that one black and white. Can I do the other one black and white? Maybe not. All right, well, so again, this is a test with Ecamm Live software. We're running a 3 camera setup right now. I am using the Sony FX30 and 2 iPhones, and that is what you're seeing right now, right? So you're seeing some wild beep beep. But okay, I think this was a pretty good live for the first Friday night live. Yeah, maybe we'll do it again. I think the next live we'll probably do will be the Sunday live, because then we do have the Wednesday vlog drop. So it's gonna drop, well, midnight Wednesday, which is, Tuesday night basically. So um, that's when the first episode for the vlog drops. So if you're seeing this later, it might have already dropped. If you're seeing this relatively within 3-4 days, the vlog would not have dropped yet. It's dropping on Wednesday, and I think it'll be a good 15-minute watch. There's actually 2 other vlogs that are set up too. So vlog number 2, vlog number 3. Um, so that's the next 3 weeks, right? So, but anyway, we'll drop in on Sunday and we'll get back into it, and we'll try to see if anyone will jump on live. If not, drop in a comment whenever you do watch this. Just say hello, and we'll check you out on the next live.